It's so sad. I'm sad.
Because it's Christmas? Who are you?
Hi all.
Hello.
Welcome to the last day of Vlogmas, which means it's Christmas Eve, and it's Christmas for you now. And I'm both really happy and really sad. Yeah, Christmas Eve is actually my absolute favorite day of the year. Look, it's like reflecting off of me. Because you still have a Christmas to look forward to. It's my favorite. Christmas is great, but Christmas Eve means like you kind of get to pause and focus.
I like the day after Christmas because there's no stress and you got all new stuff to mess around with.
And you go straight back to work. It's horrible. What I want to do for this video is I'm sitting with my girlfriend Mia, and we are going to answer some questions I came up with for the best and worst elements of Christmas. And I'm going to put the questions in the description below in case you want to do this. Or if you want to do this next year for Vlogmas, might do this again next year. It'd be kind of fun. Okay, so the very first question is, what is the worst present you have ever received?
Oh, God. I think that's going to have to be... So when I was like, oh, God, I must have been between like 16 and 20. From my aunt, I got a Nerf football that was clearly for children. And I was like, how old do you think I am? And like, do you know me at all? I am not athletic.
Like Ralphie's aunt, perpetually a toddler.
Right. But like, she knew how old I was,
yeah,
you know?
No,
like,
exactly, that's what I mean.
It was just really weird. I was like, did you just pick this up because you just thought about it? Like, I'd seriously rather get nothing at that point. Just be like, yeah, Merry Christmas, sorry, I'm poor. Like, that's fine.
No, that makes more
sense. But like,
sense.
don't give me this like, weird, totally random thing that has nothing to do with me.
My worst gift is actually like, I liked the gift itself, and then something was said that made me not like it. I got, when I was living with my ex, I was living with his family, and his mom and sister went in jointly to get me this really cool, big, like, purple purse. And it was really, really pretty. I loved it. It was like dark purple. It was huge. I'm like, this is great. And then immediately, like as soon as I opened it, I'm like, oh, I liked it. They just looked at each other and they're like, good. Because for the month before then, when I had been going into work, I had been using this little tote bag I had gotten for free for Halloween that was just like Snoopy with a great pumpkin. It was really cute. And I would just use that to bring in my lunch because it wouldn't matter if like the lunch spilled or whatever.
It's just a whatever bag that you don't like have too much investment in, but you also kind of like it.
Yeah, and literally everyone at my job was like, this is the cutest thing. I love it. Like I got compliments like the entire time leading up to Christmas with this. And they used to get on to me for it. They're like, you can't do that. Like one, Halloween's over, and two, like that's for little kids. And I do holiday stuff all the time. So it was just a little thing to make me smile. So they would get on to me for it. And the minute I open up this present, they're like, good, because we've decided our new project is turning you into an adult, and we're going to change you and teach you how to dress and act like an actual adult. So you're going to throw out that Charlie Brown bag now. So I like...
Whoa! Like...
It was so sad.
Here's a gift. Discard your life.
Well,
like,
what really bummed me out is I really...
You don't get to like push someone else's item out of their life.
What really bothered me is I really loved the two of them. I was really close to them. So I was like... have you like secretly been disliking me this whole time? Like they would tease me. Like I know they weren't like into fandoms and stuff, so I know they would tease me, but I thought they liked that stuff about me.
Right,
apparently
like,
they didn't.
Like I tease you all the time for stuff like that, but it's endearing.
Well, that's why I'm sensitive to it. Yeah. Because I'm always like, oh God, people actually hate this about me.
No,
they hate that I'm dressed like this right now.
I love you. I love this about you. I love everything about you.
Now, what is the best gift you've ever gotten?
The best gift I ever got was actually from you.
Yeah?
When you last year made me the painting of Bold and Brash from SpongeBob. It's a reference. If you don't get it, I'm sorry, you're not going to enjoy it. But it's from SpongeBob, the painting that Squidward does.
Oh, it never occurred to me that would be your favorite.
Yeah, that is like partner goals. That is why you date an artist, so they can make you Bold and Brash.
Oh, I'm so glad.
You also bought me a cell from the actual show. And like... so good. I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob is great.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. Just a little bit.
My best present I ever got, sorry, it's not from you.
That's okay.
It's from Santa, is Panda. I've slept with Panda basically every single night since the Christmas when I was 5 years old. I swear this sounds crazy, but I remember perfectly the moment I met him, the way you do like in rom-coms or something. It's like when Tony and Maria see each other for the first time in West Side Story. I literally remember like running into the living room and seeing him poking out the top of my stocking. And I remember just stopping, and like the way, like I said, the whole world fades out every Tony and Maria see each other. Everything faded out, and all I saw was this teddy bear. I saw him and my mouth just dropped. I was like, this, like, it was just like falling in love. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I pretty much fell in love with him the moment I saw him. The whole world paused, and it was all been about Panda. What is the worst Christmas song?
We agree about this.
I have a feeling we have the same answer. We haven't talked about it, but I have a feeling we have the same answer.
But I know the answer.
Yeah.
It's the Christmas shoe song.
Yup.
So bad! Like, okay, my pet theory, the only way I can find it even remotely palatable is if I make it darker. Like, I think he's a little con artist. I don't think his mother's sick at all. I think he's just trying to get some free shoes.
My thing with the song, I don't mind a sad song. I don't dislike it because it's sad. I dislike it because I talk about this a lot when I'm talking with other writers. I feel like sometimes if you like want to make somebody cry, the easiest way to do this is just like kick them in the shin. But there's like no subtlety there. And to me, it feels like that. It feels like it's just like not subtle at all. It's like, let's pile everything we can. So it feels like it's almost too easy. And the other thing with me is like, I grew up really, really, really poor. So I don't really need a reminder at Christmas that things can be bad or a child can be poor. I understand that some people would need that reminder. I get that. I don't even think it's like unimportant or shouldn't be there. And I don't mind that kind of stuff. It's like It's a Wonderful Life, where it's like life's terrible, but here's what the overall message is still like, or how your suffering may be worth something. And this song, like, yeah, the person who gets to help the kid feels better, but that kid is still going home to a dying mother.
Yeah,
like it didn't
she
fix
has
the
nice
situation.
shoes for the next 3 months.
Yeah, it didn't to get buried in.
Oh, was that it?
I think that's what it
I don't
is.
know. I
actively
try to avoid the song. It's been years.
No, but so I just feel like on top of like it being too much of like a right in your face with it's going on emotionally, which, you know, if that works for you, I'm fine with that. I'm not really saying it's a bad song. I don't personally like that kind of thing, but it doesn't make it bad. But I don't really need that. It just reminds me of being poor and like
no, and I remember
like I don't need this reminder. Now, what is the best Christmas song to you?
It sounds silly, but I really love the 12 Pains of Christmas. Because I feel like that song really captures the like frustration of the holidays, but you still do it because like you still love it, but there is like hardship involved. It doesn't shy away from like the reality of this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know? And that rigging up the lights guy, just I feel him in my soul. The lights were always my job. I always take care of the bulbs and everything, and I'm just like, I feel you, man. I feel you. Solidarity. We're in this together.
My favorite, and I know this is typical, and I said this in another video, but my favorite is definitely All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Sometimes I lean towards something like Oh Holy Night because I do really like connecting with that. But if I just picked one song I could listen to, that would be it. It just makes me happy, and I really love how much Mariah has like owned it, and just like the whole like the video she did this year of like falling asleep in her Halloween costume, waking up at midnight, like calling Santa and stuff. And I'm just like, I love that she owns it. So just that like unbridled enthusiasm just makes me really happy. So that's my pick. What is your pick for the worst Christmas movie?
Oh, worst Christmas movie. I kind of hope we agree about this. The live action Grinch movie.
We do agree about this.
Okay. Because like, I know your reasons. I'm not going to steal them from you. But like, it's so long. Like, I keep forgetting how long that movie is. And like, Jim Carrey's acting is great. Like, honestly, he really went for it in this movie. It's just they gave him such a bad part and bad lines and bad plot. And just everything about it is so bad. It's so bad. It's like so bad that I watch it because it is bad and it is Christmas, and if it is not Christmas if I don't watch this really awful movie, and I don't know why I do this to myself every year.
I really can barely even call it off if it's actually a bad movie because I just get so mad because the thing I dislike about it.
Yeah, you hate it on principle.
I hate the fact that they give the Grinch a reason for being the Grinch. That makes me furious.
It's like, in the book.
There's supposed to be like no reason given or known, which makes it so much more relatable to everybody. And instead of being a story of somebody who, for whatever reason, can't connect with Christmas or the real meaning of it, was just bullied, and it just becomes this whole external factor thing and becomes about the bullies as opposed to Christmas helping the Grinch. It's not even about the same thing anymore. It's not remotely about what the book was about anymore. It's now about bullies and prejudice, which are important messages, but it's nothing to do with the story. It makes me so mad.
Exactly. And like, the actual story becomes an afterthought in the plot of this movie.
Yeah, because the story is just about how Christmas isn't about materialism, and tradition even. It's just about being together and love and spirituality, and it's so beautiful. And this is just, it's not about that. What's your pick for the best holiday movie?
Best holiday movie has got to be It's a Wonderful Life.
That is a very good
It's really grown on me more as an adult as I've matured and everything. Like, because as a child, I didn't really get it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. But now I'm like, this is everything. And like, having watched it like 100 times now, it's like, yeah, this movie like gets what life is like sometimes. And like, I really feel for George Bailey and the whole crew in that town. Like, I connect with it so strongly, and just, it's not Christmas without it.
No.
You know? And like, it's one of those things where like, I feel like by the 50th time you've watched it, it should start to like bore you or not have new layers or new thoughts about it. And it doesn't do that.
No.
Like, it's still good.
No, it's fantastic. My pick?
That's
my
good.
hat.
That's correct.
Well, I think it's kind of like the song again, the same way that like All I Want for Christmas is, if I could only do one, that would be it. Elf just makes me happy. It connects me with what matters and connection, and it's sweet and it's fun and it's playful. And to me, like, It's a Wonderful Life is like my Oh Holy Night. It's like where I have to sit down and pay attention and
Right, yeah.
like
it's a less of a popcorn movie.
yeah, exactly. And Elf's one I could have on literally every day leading up to Christmas in the background while I'm doing whatever else.
You have done that. That was what you did like 3 years ago. We had that movie on loop for like a week.
Just love that movie so much. It's the best.
I can confirm that this is how much you love that movie.
Yeah, so that's my pick. I feel like this one's going to be too hard for you.
Go for it.
You sure? Okay. What is your worst Christmas you remember?
Define remember, because I've blocked out a lot of them. Mostly they recur to me as flashbacks.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass on this question.
That's really fine, no worries. I feel like saying a blocked Christmas is an answer.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I generally, when I was living with my family, especially once I had a job, I would try to work on Christmas because it was time and a half and it was like away from my family.
You go away from them. My worst Christmas would probably be the one right after the same ex I've been living with. He threw me out to move in with the girl he cheated on me with, so that was fun. And I was legally homeless for a while, and then I ended up living in a room in one of my friend's houses, and they obviously had a lot of family and stuff going on. I was in a different town than I had been living in because it was the only place that like had a bed for me, so I had to just quit my job and move. And I remember that Christmas they ended up having to go see family and stuff, obviously, because they would have obligations. So I ended up by myself on Christmas eating like pizza rolls off of a snowman paper plate and trying to convince myself that this was so much fun and great. And then I was stupid and decided that I'd already watched all my Christmas stuff, so now I'm gonna watch Glee. And I started watching like a couple episodes of Glee, and when they do Someone Like You, it was just too much, and I just started sobbing, and I ended up calling one of my friends. I'm like, I'm having a really bad time, I don't know what to do. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm watching Glee alone on Christmas. And he's like, why would you do that? So that'd probably be my worst. Like, sometimes I'll start to think that Christmas isn't great, and then I'll be like, well, you're not by yourself in the dark eating frozen pizza rolls off a paper plate and trying to convince yourself this is a holiday when you're like people, like, thank God this person texted me back, because like most people like couldn't even text because everyone's with their family. Like, I had no one to talk to. I was just completely alone in this town where I didn't even know anybody. It was, that was awful. What is your best Christmas?
I'm gonna actually say that this Christmas, even though it hasn't happened yet, is my best Christmas.
Knock on wood.
Last year was like a good like candidate because it had Bold and Brash in it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't with my family, which is a good thing. I was out to everyone that I was going to see on Christmas, but I wasn't fully myself yet.
Yeah.
So this year, I am my full self legally and hormonally, and like my body's coming along and everything's going really, really, really well, and I'm like happy for the first time in a really long time. Aww. And there were a couple of other minor things last year that like knock it off the list, because like my job usually does a Yankee swap. They didn't do a Yankee swap last year. They did this year. One of my coworkers has this dancing Santa that plays We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and it drives everyone crazy all winter. But like, he was in Poland last year, so we didn't have that. I was like, everything I love about Christmas is canceled. I'm on new medications. I don't know what the hell is happening in my life. I don't even know like what gender socks I'm gonna get. Like, it was such a mess. And this year, all of that is like coming together, and I'm just so happy. And like, Yeah, this year is my best Christmas, and I don't care how lame that sounds or how crazy I sound since it hasn't happened yet.
My best Christmas would be the first Christmas we spent in this house, because building off my worst Christmas, I was just so happy because since we did have like Lindsay and Cass there too, and then I was with you, I actually got to spend like all of Christmas Eve with people. So
including most importantly waking up next to each other, which I remember.
I mainly just was like happy to get to do like the holiday stuff overall with people, like have people to read like Twas the Night Before Christmas instead of reading it like in bed by myself, and having people to cook for and eat cookies with and bake with and to open presents with and to look at the tree at night with and to talk about where Santa is on NORAD with. Like it was so nice to like have people around. And even before then, I've been spending the time with my ex and his family, and my ex was abusive, and Christmas was always like, there would literally be like 40 to 150 people over, and it would just be so much. So I really liked just being around people I actually liked for a Christmas, and it was just so nice because that was pretty much the first Christmas I had like that after I moved out of my family's house. So that felt really, really good to have that again. What to you is the worst part of Christmas?
Dealing with all the people, because like I feel like people get so strung out and stressed about everything, and then they like project that out into the world, and it creates this really tense vibe everywhere you go. I drive on Long Island. I mean, enough said.
Yeah.
You know? And like anyone who spends any time in a store is just like, oh God.
My worst part of Christmas is definitely the pressure to spend a ton of money. Like, I always end up overspending. I do not have any money, but I just always end up putting on a credit card and overspending. Like, I get really bad about that, and I'm not very materialistic, and my friends aren't very materialistic, but I'm just so prone to it. So that'd be my least favorite part, is like the pressure to spend money. What to you is the best part of Christmas?
The best part of Christmas to me has got to be spending time with people I actually really love and care about. Family of choice is super important to me. Family of origin, you know, I'm just happy to be like, and we do a kind of chill Christmas. Like, it's really just us all hanging out together, but like making sure to spend time together, just like catching up on each other's lives and everything, because like all of us work way too much. What about you?
To me, the best part of Christmas is kind of the communal sense of wonder and playing around. I love the fact that it's like the one time every year where everyone dresses up their house and wears like, and obviously not everyone, people that get into it, like
a significant portion of people decorate.
Yeah, people like decorate their houses just for other people.
Yeah, we literally leave lights on for the amusement of other people that we do not know.
And people wear like ugly sweaters, and I like that you can like compliment people on that stuff out in public, and people sing like cheesy songs together. I just like it. It's like the one time where everyone's kind of like silly and little kiddish and corny and really creative and just fun. And I kind of wish we did more communal stuff like that as a society, where it's like, well, right now we feel like all wearing ugly sweaters and eating cookies and saying the same like silly jokes to each other and stuff. Like, I really love that really communal sense, so that's my favorite part of Christmas.
Yep, no, that makes sense. It's sort of the polar opposite of my worst part of Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you do get both. Like, it really is kind of polar.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
that.
Your worst part is people, and my favorite part is
it's
people.
It's kind of North Polar.
So that is it with the questions, and that is pretty much it for Vlogmas. Last thing I have to do is open up the last day of my Harry Potter, rather say at Hogwarts' Christmas calendar, which has fallen apart, and I really hope there's actually something here, because so many of these have not actually had things in it.
I kind of hope you're going to destroy it on camera.
I'm going to have to check. Yes, this is what I was hoping this was, based on the shape. It is a pen that is meant to look like a wand. I believe it's after Harry's wand, so that is really exciting. I'm going to use this literally all the time. Very happy.
She will, though. I swear she will.
Oh, I definitely will. And now to make sure I didn't miss anything, I'm just gonna like rip off the top because it's falling off anyway.
It'll be so satisfying after how many times it's like messed you up.
Right? Yeah, no, this is just empty. I think all those were probably stickers that just fell. But there is still, on the back, there's this Hogwarts door hang. So I'm gonna go ahead and finally punch that out, because it's been trying to come out since I first got it. Because again, they were really rough on it in shipping. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so it just says gone to Hogwarts. I love it. Actually, I can actually put this on my bedroom door whenever I'm in the office working, because my roommate is always going crazy saying I don't know which room you're in. And this way, gone to Hogwarts, Hogwarts can be the office. So that actually works. I'm so excited. All right, that has been it for Vlogmas this year. It's been so much fun doing this with you guys. And
but we're also really looking forward to sleep.
No, I'm not. I do not look forward to sleep when Christmas is over. That is you, that is not me.
All right, well, I'm really looking forward to sleep.
I do not want Christmas to be over. I do not want Vlogmas to be over. I would do this literally all year if I could. So it's been really fun hanging out with you all. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful holiday. And I'll be back very soon with more videos. I'm probably going to do an update video soon to plan out what next year is going to be like on my channel. So I'll talk to you all soon for that. Yay! Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.